Yeah.
Like, he worked on one of the sport fishing boats there, so he just had tons of money and was always kind of bored when he was, like, in town, so he just would take us out places, and he was, like, ever so loosely tied to hardcore and just bring all the fishermen with him.
Yeah, and then they'd always just, like, fuck shit up. But, like, remember that story with Ricky Bobby and Rudy? Rudy was the guy that, like, put on the shows at the Casa.
I could tell this story.
Do it.
So, we're just at a Casa de la Raza show. I think Downpresser's playing, like,
it was
when they were still
like
only...
down to nothing, I think.
I think Down or Nothing headline and maybe Violation played. TR played earlier.
Yeah.
But I remember Rudy, who was putting on the show, just picked a random kid and happened to be Ricky Bobby. Just no affiliation with hardcore. Super fucked up because Alex has been purchasing like a bunch of beers for essentially the whole show. And he, Rudy, the guy promoter, was like, "Hey man, a parking spot just opened up, like prime real estate, like right in front of the Casa." And he was like, "Can you hold the spot for me?" And he goes, "Yeah, no problem." Well, like, nothing. We're all just chilling outside, like 3 minutes later. And then Rudy pulls up in the van and like Ricky Bobby, super serious, just comes up and goes, "Hey man, get the fuck out of here. Like, I'm saving the spot for someone."
He's like, "It's me, dude. You're saving it for me." He's like, "No man, fuck you."
Who's in the van?
What?
Who's in the van?
No,
the promoter of the entire show.
The guy said, "Save my spot." Came back with the spot saved, and he gets out of the car and he's like, "Hey man, I'm saving the spot for someone." He's like, "Yeah, it's me."
Yeah. Okay.
Oh man. Fuck, dude. What do you have to say about the scene going on right now?
The scene right now is great. I mean, we got everything from like Joe's era, like we got Out of Trust playing. I got to see them play the Tavern like 3 weeks ago. That was pretty sick. They played with Ill Communication.
Yeah, Forrest's birthday show.
Yeah.
It was fun.
And then like Zach there was doing stuff. Like I saw Retaliate play in June. That was pretty sick. Same venue at the Tavern. They're doing a lot of those like shows.
Yeah. Greatest band ever. Oh, not that one. Damn, I dissed my own self. Hell yeah. Greatest band ever.
Yeah, pretty good.
And then like the younger kids, like 10 years younger than us, are all doing stuff. Like Civil Conflict, of course, is crushing it. But there's also like a lot of other like smaller bands like Murmur, Bare Minimum, Operation Oxnard.
Yeah, rest in peace.
I thought Operation Oxnard broke up the last time I was here.
They did.
Okay.
Really? Yeah. When was that?
Just recently. They're only banned for fucking not even a year.
Oh, damn. R.I.P. I'm bummed I didn't get to see
Gotta get them back together, dude. Hey, work it out, dude.
But just for like, just so we can see them.
Yeah. You'll learn to love You'll learn to love another, dude. Just like just let it go, man. He stole your girlfriend. Whatever. You're only 15.
Don't worry, you'll find another.
You'll love again.
Plenty of fish.
Oh, dude.
Is that why they broke up?
No, we're just making shit up. But
just guessing.
That's usually what happens.
Yeah, it's usually
something to that effect.
Yeah, some sort of fight or something. Oh man. Well, so we called Ray Why Me earlier, and it made me think of like how many broken legs you've seen at shows.
I've got a broken leg story. So I'm assuming this is maybe Warped Tour 2007, because it seemed like in like the late 2000s they'd always throw like one hardcore band on the Warped Tour, and that year just happened to be Throwdown. And there was two pits going on. One was just a straight push pit, but another one was like all the hardcore kids not wanting to be a part of it, or like maybe more of the metalcore kids.
Yeah.
And one kid was super drunk, having the best time two-stepping, falls over, and another kid steps on his leg, and I see his knee just shoot up in a 90-degree angle.
Fuck.
Ouch.
You broke your leg during Downpresser.
Yeah, I did. It was at Santa Fury. I did a stage dive, hit my shin on the side of the stage. It was the one in Santa Barbara, and the side of that stage is like really sharp metal.
Yeah.
And I had the scar right here, and I had to get like fucking like 10 stitches.
Oh my god.
I had to drive you to the hospital.
Yeah, I remember. I was like, oh, dude, I like nailed my shin. I like rub it, and there was no bump. It was just this big indent, and I was like, fuck. So I go up to Vince, and I'm like, hey man, you want to give me a ride to the hospital? And he's like, dude, I got to see this band. I can't. And then you come up and you're like, I got you, dude. We get to the hospital and like.
Well, yeah, I took a kid to the hospital earlier that same day.
You're like, you like drove everybody to the hospital at that Sound of Fury.
Well, no. The kid who got hurt earlier, like I was talking to him and he like won like a free Sound of Fury pass from that. Do you remember Hellfish?
Yeah.
Yeah. But he won the pass because he had like a fucking head injury or something. And I'm like, oh, that sucks. And then like later that day, he got like a full on concussion, and I'm like, "Fuck, dude, let me take you to the hospital." I was scared he was gonna like get brain damage or something.
Yeah, dude, I got my money back for that.
I remember you were super bummed though because you had to miss Sick of It All.
I missed Sick of It All. I missed Strife. I missed Outspoken. I missed all the bands I wanted to see.
Dude, how about at the that last In Control reunion show at the Ventura Theater, like Adam's final stage dive? Like his shins like landed right on the barrier.
Oh, fuck.
It was like, because he got greedy. Like he'd never stage dove before. So that night it was like super packed up and he was like fucking YOLO. And when stage dove, like he cleared the gap and fucking stage dove and he was like, "Oh, I get what you guys have been talking about for the last 20 years. Like, this is the greatest thing ever." So he stage dove 2 more times, dude. The second time was a total success, but then the third time, he fucking didn't make it, and, like, his shins, like, landed right on, like, the barrier. It looked so brutal. And he was kind of, like, caught, you know? It was, like, trying to get him off. It was like, oh, my God. But yeah, he didn't break his shins or nothing because he drinks his milk.
Oh, good.
Right. Shout out Calcium.
Calcium's all right. Almond milk's better, dude.
Yeah.
Got to get on that
calcium
oat
from
milk, my
orphans
dude.
and milk.
Dude, oat milk's what's up. Do you fuck with oat milk?
Little bit.
I'm not Amish, but
Oh, yeah.
It's better if you put your balls on it first.
oh yeah,
Oh, fuck.
Oh, Ray.
Oh, fuck. I think that's all we got, man.
Hey, what's your favorite venue that you've ever been to?
Yeah.
But that one's a toss-up. I really like upstairs at the Alpine just because like you could almost feel like the stage shaking. I always thought that was like pretty cool.
That is neat.
Yeah.
That's underrated.
I think my favorite venue of all time is probably just going to shows at maybe Jensen's main stage. That was pretty underrated, and they only did shows for a little while, but it was like the perfect size for like a show.
What was that?
That was Santa Barbara. There's like a music store, and they had like a stage on the side.
Oh,
Like a lot of like the first like backtrack coming out to like the West Coast shows when they weren't like even a big band yet. We're like there.
that's cool.
Yeah, Backtrack. I think Minus played their first show there, and then we saw Lion of Judah there. That was really cool.
Did you guys make it to the Nardcore Manor?
I never got to see a show there.
No, but Vince, who plays guitar in Omega Point, his first band, who we were talking about, I remember earlier, Trevor Wallace, Take Your Best Shot, they recorded there.
Oh, sick.
And
With Forrest?
Yeah, with Forrest.
Oh.
And there was a comp, I forget what it was called, but it came out probably like 2004 or 5.
Okay.
And they had a song on it called Won't Die. And it was really cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a great fucking
How many
song.
shows were there, Joe? Do you remember?
No. We did a reunion there.
Okay.
Burning Dog did.
Yeah.
Because we just all happened to be there at the same time.
Yeah.
Before us, like, go play.
Let's do it.
Like, all right, fuck.
Is that on the 3rd floor where the show happened?
Second.
Only the 2nd
The
floor.
3rd floor was
They had
Was
three
that
floors?
balcony?
bedroom
It
thing.
was that balcony thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Forrest
Yeah,
had
it was wild. It was just like the industrial area, like right there by 5 Points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was super sick.
Yeah.
I want to say a market.
Yeah, industrial, like right by, it's like literally right at the 5 Points intersection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, sick.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on the show. Thanks for telling us about Stu fucking his leg up.
Yeah.
You guys-
Thanks for the
you-
call, y'all.
Yeah, you guys.
I guess I feel well represented.
Oh, thank you. I guess you should get a free coffee mug for that. Huh?
Yeah,
one.
definitely give him a free coffee mug.
Yeah, all
I
right.
showed him earlier.
That's good.
Yeah, man.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I'll bring him next time I'm in town. Cool, man. Thanks so much for being on the pod.
Stoked. Have a good night, y'all.
All right, dude.
Bye.
Later.
Hey,
Joe's such a good director. Yeah, man.
that was good. That was good.
Yeah.
I
was
blew
good.
my knee out the second time. Before, so my brothers broke my leg, my knee, tore the ACL, MCL, and most of the meniscus. But I didn't have surgery for 8 or 9 months afterwards. So I had a brace on.
Yeah.
That's why when the Motive kids call me peg leg and stuff. Well, they're not kids anymore, but they were back then. But they, I had the brace on, and then the Sick of It All Slayer tour came to the theater,
Shit.
and I'm like, I got a pit,
Yeah.
and that was a bad idea. And actually, Ray, why me, carried me out of the, just like hefted me out, you know.
I love these broken leg
Yeah.
like stories.
Milk was a bad choice.
And Craig's like, hey, Hey, move. Give him some space.
Yeah.
Give him some space.
Have you seen a photo of Ray Crevice? Do you know what he looks like?
Exactly. I know exactly what it looks like. He used to sell those like airbrush paintings like by my house on shores. Yeah.
I just
so
thought
good.
So sick.
That's the best part. That's such a rad reference to have of him.
Yeah, like the Maiden,
his fucking Iron Maiden paintings
so
and
sick.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, he sold them outside of the one time that Sound and Fury was at Wainimi too.
Yeah.
No, I thought that my joke about him being able to put on a baseball hat and blending in was undersold. So I didn't know if you knew what he looked like or not.
No, I know exactly what he looks like. I still don't get it, but it's funny.
Because he still stands out like a motherfucker.
Oh, yeah,
Even if he put
completely.
on a Dodger hat, you'd be like,
Who the fuck is that? Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's him. Yeah.
Oh, well, I saw Encoma play at Vitor College, and I remember him being in the band.
Yeah.
I had a ditch class to go.
"Did you bring a pig head?"
No pig head. No.
Some shit. All right, let's call Lance.
There's video of that whole thing too.
I need to see this.
Yeah. I'll try to track it down for you.
Oh, dude.
Let's see. So we're gonna call Adam Lentz, who was the best bass player of In Control, at Plain, and
Truth Hurts era.
yeah. So he came in Truth Hurts era. He did our third and our fourth U.S. tours. Yeah, he didn't play on Truth Hurts. He came in right after that. But he's credited on the album. Now, we booted him. It was like personal stuff, mostly my fault, being stupid. And so he actually played on the final 7-inch, but we didn't give him credit. So we put that Tack played bass on the final 7-inch.
You're correcting that now.
From the Stone Age. So that's something we feel bad about. And I know because that happened to me in the in the Voice of Defiance. They did the same thing to me, even though but he didn't write anything.
But
he
you
just
didn't
played.
learn your lesson from that because that was years earlier.
Yeah, well, you don't learn your lessons till your mid-20s,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
I mean, I was still 23, so and angrier than I'd ever been.
Yeah.
I was more of a dick at like 23, 24, I would say, than 18. That was the height of my dick period. It was probably right when IC was breaking up. I was washed up as fuck. So I was, dude. It was bad.
It's probably songs about you, man.
No.
Yeah. There is.
Yeah? Oh,
that one that Joe wrote when he was in Ill Repute.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So pissed.
Kind of. All right, so let's
Now
call.
you claim hardcore pride.
So Adam Lentz, but we just know him as Lance.
Hello?
Hey, Lance.
What is up?
What is up, dude?
Just sitting down to eat a burrito and looks like doesn't have to wait.
Yeah, man.
It's a good plan.
So, we had a burrito taste test earlier here because we were arguing about if Taco de Mexico or Burrito de Mexico is better. But
Are those Oxnard spots?
yeah, both Oxnard. But Joe got Pico de Gallo in one of the burritos, so we couldn't compare them
Pico.
first one or the other.
You guys, fuck, man.
It wasn't Pico.
It was just onion and cilantro.
Yeah.
Onion and cilantro.
You asked for that.
What are you fucking offended by
Specifically.
Pico? Like, fuck a tomato, dude. Why are you mad at
The only
tomatoes?
spot-
I'm just saying. You don't put
The only
Pico
spot I
together.
remember from Oxnard is that Thai spot that we went to by the towers.
Yeah, Nard Thai.
Is that still there?
Thai Chinese
Sort of.
Chams.
Yeah, it's still there.
Sort of.
Well, Joe, tell the story. What happened to Nard Thai?
Well, Cham is gone. The guy that owned it,
The main dude's gone.
yeah, he sold it to his cousin. And the food is still, I mean, it's still good, and it's still legit. But Cham made it like better just by his presence.
Well,
and
Joe
coming
liked
out
his
and talking
presence
to you
and-
and all that stuff. So
Yeah, he was nice, but the food is still legit. Let's not shit on a local business.
yeah, the food's
Nard
still
Thai
legit.
is still the fucking shit. Nard Thai.
But
What
Cham
is it?
isn't making it anymore
True.
because he would get in there and make stuff for me
And the family,
specifically because he
Yeah,
loved
but
me.
sometimes, but a lot of times
'Cause
he
he's
was
my
just
friend.
front of house. I seen him fuck up Mike Wolf before, dude. Because it was when Mike Wolf was going for like 10s on his food all the time, and it came out and that shit was like black, like or brown, like it was so much pepper ground up inside it. It's like, oh, you want a 10, motherfucker? Like you're getting the Thai 10.
Thai restaurants don't fuck around at all.
Yeah, you can't. Dude, yeah, you have to like show your respect if it's like legit and just be like, I'd like a spicy 3, please. So
No, dude, but if we're on Thai right now, I'm gonna shout out to Blue Elephant in Wainimi. The Thai shit.
yeah, you know that used to be the
Where's that?
that's right at Channel Islands in Victoria.
Yeah, it's like
That used to be
where
Nard
Hollywood-
Thai, the other Nard Thai.
Yeah.
It was the same family.
It was the cousin.
No fucking way.
It was
Yeah.
another cousin. Yeah.
Yeah,
That place was hilarious because she'd call, you'd order, and she'd go, and then it's like 2 feet away is the guy cooking.
yeah, you could have turned around and just said yellow curry tofu, please, on a spicy 3. You know,
They changed the
he's
store
not a
design now,
line
but
he's not a line stepper.
That's funny.
Yeah, well, because we used to go to that one because it was closer to
yeah, it
Silver
was closer,
Strand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we would call ours Nard Thai, and you guys had North Thai, but or Chams.
Well, they had mock duck.
Yeah, they do.
still
But
do, so
the tofu at Nard Thai is so perfect. I always go that way.
Yeah.
Because
The tofu and the pad thai at Nard.
Yeah.
That shit was incredible.
yeah,
Crispy fried. Oh my god, perfect.
yeah. Hey Lance, are you on? You're on your cell and you're talking into it, and you're staying in the same place. The connection's a little.
Yeah,
bad.
I'm not moving. I hold up in the bedroom now, so dog can't get to me. So
All right.
I'm good.
Okay. Yeah, because mock duck is like, it's really just consistent anywhere you go.
Yeah,
right? There's no real
canned.
fucking it
Well,
up.
it's
Even,
Canned, for the
Tips
most
was the mock duck at Tips is pretty good.
Yeah, it's just decent
piece.
no matter where. But like to do the tofu like they do at Nard Thai
Yeah, no,
is like that's just perfect.
That was the perfect place for it. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, that is a good Nard memory, Adam.
Yeah, I got a lot of good ones.
Well, actually, what I want to do is we're gonna call you back because the connection is pretty bad.
Oh, you fucker.
No, see there, it sounds a little better for a second there. You got to get in a good spot, I think.
All right, I'm moving in the middle of the room. I'm kind of against the wall.
Yeah,
That's better right there.
is it?
How about this?
Yeah, it's decent.
All right.
Okay, tell one. Go.
So what?
Tell a Nard story, dude.
Okay, so one of my favorite stories of In Control was the New Year's party at Ryan's house. You guys tell the story yet?
Well, we had one every single year. So which one are you talking about?
The only one that I played with In Control, and I'm pretty sure that right at midnight, the garage door opened, and we start playing, and everyone's slamming, and someone knocked over my bass rig, snapped the plug off in there, and I was just like, fuck it. So I,
Yeah,
were
the Modern Life is War guys there or no?
I think so, but
was it on Silver Strand Beach or was it just in Oxnard?
it was at Ryan's house in the garage.
Yeah. That was the year that we got pressured by the Modern Life is War guys to do it. And
Yeah, and what I remember is Ryan's girlfriend getting in a fight, and she got stabbed a bunch of times.
yeah, she got stabbed in the butt.
So everyone's all fucked up, and they're all looking at me, and I'm the only sober dude there. So I went with my friend Paul, who's been like my best friend since I was 2 years old, and he's not into fucking hardcore at all. He just went to go hang out with me on my birthday, and I'm like, yo, dude, we got to go drive this girl to the hospital right now because she's got a bunch of stab wounds, and so like, 1 a.m, we're driving. Just flying down one of the main streets there. I don't even remember which one. And take her to the emergency room. And so, like, we go and drive through Del Taco and we get Ryan something. And we're on our way back. I'm like, dude, there's just human blood all over the back seat of my car. Like, what the fuck? Like, what do I do?
Yeah.
What
do you do?
Nothing.
Yeah. You get a couple sketchy reds at the Del Taco drive-thru on your way home. That's what you do. Give me a couple sketchy reds and a macho fry.
Yeah, so that was one of my favorite Oxnard stories.
Shout out Ashley. Ashley Montoya.
Dude, fucking shout out. I think the guy, who was it? Like Dave Dog, I think, was the guy's girlfriend it was. And Ryan was just like, oh, man, you might have to fucking fight that dude and all this shit. And we were just like,
Dave Dog.
Wow.
Hey, Lance.
I don't know.
Lance, no snitching, fool.
Oh, whatever.
I was just shouting out to the victim.
Oh, whatever. I mean, bleep that shit. I don't care.
Nah. Statute of limitations. It's all good now.
I know. That was fucking 17 years ago.
Yeah.
What have I done with my life?
Well, you push Youth of Today records.
Yeah, I guess I push Youth of Today records.
I mean, there's worse records.
It's pretty. There's a lot worse records. There's worse Ray Capo records too.
Yeah.
If I could say so.
There's a lot worse Ray Capo records.
What's your favorite side of the Ray and Porcel 7-inch?
Dude, that record's so good.
I
take that 7-inch over any Shelter record.
Attaining the Supreme is pretty good, dude. I like Attaining the Supreme a lot. And actually, funny thing is, my second favorite Shelter record is the Pop album, the Beyond Planet Earth.
Is that the one on Victory?
It's the one, like, it has, like, the birthday song, the ska birthday song.
Yeah.
My birthday. That's a good one.
No, I don't need it.
No, you don't need it. But yeah.
It.
No. So you're right. You're right. So I would say that I do need the Ray and Porcel 7-inch though.
Exactly, because like whenever I hear Shelter, someone talking about Shelter, it's like, YOT was so good because of just how fast and insane and urgent it was, and Shelter for me is just like it's a little bit slower. The to me at least the lyrical content isn't quite as what I enjoy.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at.
Well, religion is stupid. So
sure. Sure, but I mean, there's guys who are keeping me employed. So what can I say?
Yeah. No, But is the Ray and Porcel? That's not Impress anymore, is it?
No, but you know what, dude? We get people asking to press shit like that and like the Slipknot 7-inch all the time.
Oh, I bet.
Well, it wouldn't kill you to just do a low run and have them, right? You'd go through them eventually.
Well, surprise, surprise! Something's going to happen within a year with one of those two.
Yes. So you never answered though. So you like
what's that?
What side do you like more? Fame or Broken Glass?
Definitely Fame.
Fame's a better song, but that Broken Glass fucking lead, dude. Come on.
It's so weird. It's so weird to listen to sometimes because I'm pretty sure those ended up becoming Shelter songs.
Did they?
And
at least riffs, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of riffs were used, and hearing it on that, it's like, what the fuck? Like, they should have done an LP.
Nah, dude, it's so good because they put out 2 good songs and that's it.
Yeah.
So I like it.
I suppose.
I like it.
Good.
What is your favorite Rev record? Well, to announce, I said that Adam played in Control, but you've been working at Rev for how long?
17 and a half years.
Oh, shit.
Fuck. And it almost came to an end in December because I graduated from college in May.
Uh-huh.
And I was literally in the doctor's office getting a physical for a job with the county that I failed miserably, by the way. And the lady who was like the number 2 at Rev called me and was like, I quit. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, what?
Yeah.
And there's no way the place could survive if both me and her left around the same time. So I decided to stay and, made it my mission in life to stay there and do what I can to keep working in hardcore. Because when I did my internship at the county, dude, no one there knows fucking. I couldn't talk about the abuse 7-inch with anyone there.
That's
like they don't wanted to talk. They wanted to talk about football, and I'm like, dude, those new fucking Loose Nukes demo songs are amazing. Oh, okay, whatever. So,
yeah,
so I stayed at Rev, and there I am.
Yeah, that's awesome. What is your favorite Rev record overall?
Right now it is. Well, it's technically not a Rev record because I believe it was on Caroline first, but We're Not Miss Alone.
Yeah.
Youth of Today, like that gets more plays than anything else. If you're going strictly Rev, I'm going Burn 7-inch.
Yeah.
Those two.
There's like nothing in the world like that Burn 7-inch. I mean, you could say that like the Absolution shit that Van Vlack did before that, but like none of that shit had even nearly the like. No, it's a shame that the Absolution shit got such horrid recordings, but that Burn 7-inch, like.
Well, even the second Burn 7-inch that came out way later. That's like recorded kind of close to that first one, right? And sonically, it's just not the powerhouse.
Well, those 3 songs, I believe, were demos for Burn to go on to another label, but they broke up before anything happened, and they just sat there. And funny story about that: some buddy of mine does some like polls on his Instagram, like pick your favorite 2000s record, and he has one versus another, and one of them was the Burn Last Great T 7-inch, and I had to hit him up and go, yo, buddy, that was recorded in 1992, and he was super fucking embarrassed.
Yeah.
Like,
it didn't come out, though, till the 2000s. Like, you can't expect everyone to know everything, right?
Yeah, but Burn did put out some straight garbage in the 2000s, and I don't want to lump it in with that record on Equal Vision.
Oh, is that the Cleanse record?
I like the Cleanse.
Yeah, well, the best songs on Cleanse were old songs.
Oh.
Because, like, there's that live at CBGB thing of them that's on YouTube, and I think there's a live, someone made audio of it you can download, and that shit's fucking amazing. And there's about 8 or 9 songs on that never made it on a record that are absolutely incredible. Some of them they ended up rewriting and doing on those records that came out in the last 2 years, but they're not nearly like the speed and everything. And I think one of the cool things about Burn is Alan Cage playing drums and just how huge that sounded.
Yeah,
and
closed hi-hat circle pits too.
Dude, just him and what Alex Napak, the bass player, were doing, like, their rhythm section was unreal. And to cap it off with, like, Van Vleck's guitar style, which, like, literally there's no one else who did what he did.
No.
Nothing.
No.
And he was writing a lot of those songs, even with Absolution. It's like a homeless teenager living in squats in New York. And he's doing something like that dynamic. It's fucking incredible. It's really incredible to look back on what he was able to do and what that Burn 7-inch, like, just what it was. Everything about it's perfect. Recording, like, the artwork is some weird ass mysterious shit. Like,
there's no pictures of the band. It was all just
like, yeah, that's awesome. I like that there's no pictures, and also the lyrical content is next level.
Yeah, and just the photo on the back, I think too, because that's which I found out later that was Shaka's dad took that photo.
Mm. The picture on the back of the 3 heads was from a protest on some college where people were protesting the U.S. bombing Cambodia during the Vietnam War. So those heads are from that. So, like, if you look at it from that meaning too, like, that also has meaning in and of itself. And we found some original pictures of that protest, and it was pretty cool to look at and think about how that became, like, one of my favorite records. And I bought that record before I even knew anything about Rev. Like, I saw the cover that was like this weird distorted view of some band fucking up the stage, and I bought it for like 50 cents and took it home. And it was just like, I was still some, like, dumb fucking Orange County punk kid then, and it was just like, whoa, this is insane.
Yeah.
This is totally insane. And then I end up, like, working at Rev later, and Chaka calling me on my line being like, hey man, like, you're playing out there soon. Just being like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I get a lot of, like, holy shit moments. This is my life when I'm there. It's
yeah,
fucking weird. Kicking Ray Capo out of my seat, like, that kind of shit.
That's cool.
Like, yeah, a lot of those guys come by, and it's just, wow, this guy wrote, like, these songs. Like, the singer of Chain of Strength was in there a few weeks ago, and he comes up to me and he asks my opinion on...
You gotta kick that guy out. Just, hey, turn around, fool. Get out of here.
And he's, like, asking my opinion on something Chain of Strength related, and I'm like, dude, I don't know. I was, like, 8, 9 years old when the 7-inches came out. Don't listen to me.
Yeah,
but those old mixes... old mixes are sick.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
Oh, yeah.
That was what's up with that, Adam? Why didn't you get them to do a re-release of those actual original ones? Like, not that
it's currently being worked on, and that's one of the reasons he was in the office.
Oh, okay.
We're kind of going over the proper way to do it. We're trying to get that. We're trying to get a reissue of the 6 Inside Out Studios songs, since the 7-inch is actually 4 songs of a 6-song session. So
right.
The talk has been a 45 RPM 12-inch, like, mastered for that, which I think would sound fucking unbelievable.
Yeah.
So, we're trying to get the wheels moving on that, but some of these people are not easy to get a hold of sometimes, and will vanish on us for, weeks at a time.
Yeah, whose idea was it to re-release the Beyond? That was a great idea.
Geez, I don't remember. It might have been Vic DeCara's, actually.
Because that's semi-recent. Oh, okay, that makes... Does Vic work with you?
No, Vic lives in Japan, and he's like...
Because Vic played in Beyond, though, right?
He did. Yeah. He played bass in Beyond. Maybe it was actually Tom Capone. Tom Capone played guitar. Alan Cage played bass. There's the another incredible Alan Cage moment right there.
Yeah.
Who played drums on
Beyond
that?
LP.
And Beyond, because the drumming on that is insane.
Alan Cage.
Oh, okay.
Same guy who played drums in Burn and then Quicksand. And then when I saw Seaweed play in like 98 or 99, and Alan Cage was the drummer then, and I was just being like, what the fuck is that guy doing playing to 20 people in a house?
Yeah.
It was fucked up. But yeah, the Beyond reissues were super cool. That's a record that needed to be reissued.
Yeah, because it got reissued in the late 90s, but that was like CD only.
Only on CD.
Yeah.
I believe on... Shit, I don't remember what label. It might have been Temperance? No, it was on Some Records, which was Walter Schreifel's brief label in the late 90s.
Gotcha. Yeah. How did you go about getting the rights to the Warzone to redo it? Do you remember?
Oh my God. This is actually pretty sick. So, yeah, I mean, everyone's probably familiar with FYF Fest that took part in LA. We had a booth. We did a booth the years there was still like some connection to hardcore, and then I guess it tried to be like Coachella Junior, and people stopped buying our shit there. But one year, I worked one day, and then another guy worked the second day, and some dude's looking through the records. He's like, Revelation. I was in a Revelation band. I was in Warzone, and it was Todd Youth.
Sick.
So the dude working the booth got his number, and we basically talked to Todd, tracked down everybody. Whoever was not alive anymore, we tracked down their family. So we got a hold of Ray B's brother and his family. So they're all getting his share of whatever royalties we pay. And everyone involved, like we talked to EK, who played on some of the records.
So no one had the rights to it? It was because that was Fist and then Caroline, right?
It was Fist and then Caroline, and then remember that there's that reissue label, Another Planet.
Yes, that did all those, like this on this side, this on that side.
Yeah, and they did a bunch of CDs that were like, they did like Cro-Mag's Best Wishes and Age of Quarrel. They did a Mob one.
Well, they're the one that, like, if they came back now with like people being into tapes, because they did all those tapes too. Like, because I remember Tony at Lose Records in San Diego, he got the Cro-Mags one, and so it was Age of Quarrel on one side and Best Wishes on one side. And then,
big time shout out Lose Records, man. Fucking, that was the spot for so long. Anyway,
dude, when they were styling and they had 3 stores, they had the new store, the used store, and then the video store.
Yep,
that shit was crazy.
Every trip down was a score. But yeah, Another Planet did it, and from what I heard, is the guy who does Triple Crown Records is the main dude, but he wouldn't reply to me at all. And we had to like figure out, okay, what was the final deal? Like, did the rights revert back to Ray? Did the rights revert back to Fist? Like, we didn't know. So we basically got the entire band, everybody, give us their blessing. We made sure that everyone in the band got compensated and was a part of it on their own. And so far, everyone in the band has been really, really fucking happy with it.
That's right.
Everyone's been paid. John Oman, who was in the band, you know, he's been involved a lot, and Jordan's been in touch with him a lot. And EK, Eric Compst, who's in the band, has been really, really cool and supportive. So just getting those things out there. And those are another records, like the Beyond ones, that are like, anyone should be able to jump into a store, like a legit hardcore shop like Generation in New York or Amoeba, and be able to buy those records. There's
yeah,
no
now you got to put out the demos of the Bullet Hole LP.
Nah.
I mean, the demos are much better than the LP.
Oh, absolutely, they're better than the LP, but we still like don't really need it. I mean,
no, you probably don't need it. You're right.
Yeah, you know, we've been looking at reissuing the 7-inch for a long time, even though a lot of people involved, I think Ray included, said that, you know, they didn't really want it to come out because most of those songs, if not all of them, ended up coming out with better recordings anyways. You know,
yeah, but it's still
like garbage.
I know, but it's Rev 1.
Yeah,
so
it's a cool piece. People would love us to do it.
Yeah, in Warzone, like, I can understand early, like if that was something that Ray told, you know, Jordan back in the 80s, you know what I mean? Like, oh, don't put that out because it sounds like shit. It's like, Warzone is more than like stamped their fucking legend status. They can have that record come out, you know. So.
And what's cool is one of the guys from Rev was out in New York, and he spent a day with Dwayne, who did distort some records, and he had these tapes that Warzone made that were only to be played in the store. So there would be like a song, and then it would be someone saying, "Yo, this is these songs are from whatever record it is," and then they'd go and do another song, which is kind of wild. And there were maybe like 10, 15 tapes of just like Warzone, like live Warzone shit, all this other random stuff that we couldn't take out of there, but we were able to dub some of them and listen to them. And it's pretty wild being able to get our hands on some of that, especially CBGB's recordings where it just sounds so good. Like, I don't know how they did it. How a place that shitty looking sounds that good. So
yeah, but you were there when we played there, Adam.
Yeah, that was
the sound system was fucking amazing.
It was dude. I can't believe we played there. Honestly,
that's literally my biggest hardcore regret is not buying the soundboard tape from that night because we had to have been.
I thought you guys had given him a blank tape to record. We didn't do that.
Nah, it cost like $50 or something, and we were broke ski.
Yeah, we didn't. Yeah, that was.
We didn't pay for it. It might because we were so used to John Lyons in the living room just doing it for free, and I think that like. They might have charged like $75 or something at CB's, which like now, like I said, biggest hardcore regret. I wish I would have fucking done it, but at the time it was just like, fuck, $75. Like that's a lot of days of per diem. That's like a week per diem, dude.
You know what, man? I would have reimbursed that any fucking day for to own that.
I know.
And I do remember some kid getting slammed in the face and had to go to. They had to get an ambulance for him during our set. Like we were opening, and some kid had to get taken to the hospital.
That's goddamn right. Nard. Hard.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah, you want to tell one in control story and we'll get out of here? I'll have you back again, Adam. This has been fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of awkward. I've never done this before, so I had a bunch of stories lined up in my head, and I forgot most of them. But I think the one of Robbie from Still Cross, basically crowd killing the shit out of a room in an anarchist info shop in Indianapolis is pretty dope.
Yeah, that room was like the size of like 2 closets, and there was like 25 kids in there, right? Like packed to the brim.
Yeah, it was fucking phenomenal.
Yeah,
like and he's like spin kicking dudes
comes in and just fucking ninja moshes and shit at everyone.
Yeah, he's spin, and he was like, dude, he was like some smallish, crusty dude.
Yeah,
and he was just fucking people up.
I know,
like left and right, man.
And we didn't know what to do because we're like,
no, we didn't.
It's like, oh, this guy's nice, and he was like a label mate, and like. We were like, we really appreciate the support, but this sucks. You're fucking everybody up.
Yeah,
you know?
some of the sickest things about In Control, probably the first show I'd never played live in my life before being in that band, and the first show I played was with Ill Repute at the Living Room, and there's probably 300 or 400 people there, and it's like literally my first time playing in front of anybody in my life.
No pressure. No pressure, dude.
Yeah, well, fuck you, man. We're up there setting up, and I'm like tuning my shit, and I look over, and you point at me, and you go, "Don't fuck up, dude."
Too good.
Oh shit. Okay. Here's a good one. So we're in St. Louis, and I know you probably already told the Del Taco story, but the day after the show, and we go. You guys are like, "Hey man, I heard if you do the Budweiser factory tour, you get free beers." So we roll out to that, and like we get there, and we're like, "Fuck, dude, you got to take like the whole like tour in order to get the free beers."
Yeah, you got to do it.
It was like 2 hours.
Yeah,
and it's like 1:00, and we got to be in Memphis for a show.
Yeah.
So we get on the fucking the bus or whatever it was. And we're getting ready to go, and we see one pulling up, and we jump off of the one we were on, jumped on the one that was pulling up, and went in. And you guys got your free beers, didn't you? That's the fucking tour.
Yeah,
so Nard.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that.
And then I had to drive to Memphis.
Yeah,
That's so Nard. I love that.
I know.
Yeah, and then I had to drive to Memphis because you guys were all fucked up.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I don't even know if we got on the thing. Like, I think that
No,
our
I
crowd was
figured-
like walking towards it, and then we saw that there was this big crowd like walking away from the other one that got back, and we just
Yep.
straight U-turned in the crowd. Like,
Yeah, I took 4 or 5 rolls of pictures. I took 4 or 5 rolls of pictures on that tour, and the only one I have of you smiling is you drinking free beers in the Budweiser, in the fucking Budweiser plant. All the rest are like Ryan trying to like break the ice on some frozen lake in Vermont, and you know, other bands and Albert being Albert. But yeah, that's the only one of you smiling.
Well, that was a good afternoon.
Yeah, fuck yeah, it was, man.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy. And like everyone else your age is in college and shit, and you're like, man, I'm at the fucking Budweiser beer factory drinking free root beers, about to go play a show in Memphis where some transgender person is gonna beat the shit out of a bunch of hood dudes in front, and I'm gonna get to watch the whole thing. Like,
I forgot about that too.
what the?
Yeah, I mean, like, and think about that in the same day, right? Like most normal people, if you were gonna make a drive from St. Louis to Memphis, like that would be your big thing of the year, you know? Like, loading up the family and taking them down to Memphis. You know, that was just like our afternoon. Like, no, first we got to drink all this beer, then we're gonna go to Memphis, and then when we're waiting for the show to start, we get to see a transgender person beat the shit out of 3 people in front of the show.
Holy shit.
It's like,
every
that's
day is
fucking,
like that.
That's fucking entertainment.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
spending
is
the
every
night,
day.
spending the night in a Taco Bell in Cleveland. Like, we went to the Indians game, and we were gonna like sleep in the van in the parking lot of a Taco Bell, and the people are like, you know, come inside. They thought we were like they're like, oh, these guys are in a band. Holy shit, how cool is that? Not realizing that like we played to like 4 people in Las Cruces and get paid in rolls and nickels.
Yeah.
And like my shoe exploded at that show, and it was like, well, fuck it, I don't have any money. Where's the duct tape?
Yeah.
You know, like that kind of shit. Or, oh yeah, you remember? I remember you guys talking about Tony's untimely demise from the band, and I don't know if you guys mentioned that the place we were partying beforehand was Vinnie Paul from Pantera's strip club.
Yep. Yeah, I think we left that out. But we said strip club. I just forgot that it was Vinnie Paul's. But that was funny because remember Albert was under 21, and so they still let you in because you bring your own beer. They try to sell
Didn't
you.
you have to wear a fucking shirt?
Yeah, they try to sell you ice, but yeah, if you're under 21, you got to wear this like white shirt, so they know like, oh, if you're in a white shirt, you can't be drinking, you know?
It sucks.
Yeah, and they only had like a triple X left, and so Albert's like in a fucking Albert's in a dress, you know?
Dude, he's not just in a dress, dude. There's black lights everywhere, and that thing is fucking glowing.
glowing. Yeah, dude.
I
Yeah,
remember getting up and going to the bathroom and looking across the place like 100 feet, and all you could see across the place is this this dude in this glowing triple XL white shirt.
dude. I remember there was a cross-eyed guy like at the end of the ramp on Sniffer's Row, and fucking the girl was just like, you know, spread eagle, and this fucking guy, like this cross-eyed guy, like looking right. Just like, oh my god, shit. Yeah. All right, Adam.
Terrible, man.
Adam, we'll have you back on next time and think of some more stories because that was really good. But
All right,
we
I'll
gotta
fucking write them down or something.
yeah, we gotta bounce around to a bunch of people.
Yeah, and I got to do this burrito. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, man. See ya.
See ya. Thank you.
See ya. All right, let's see what we're gonna do here.
Hey, what's up?
Yo, what up?
What up?
Hey.
Hey, David.
Hey,
from
David.
Civil Conflict.
Yeah, we got David from Civil Conflict on the phone, along with the mighty Stu from Omega Point,
Mighty.
and the legend Joe Rivas.
He loves it now.
I know it's starting to sink in. He's like, actually, that feels pretty good.
So yeah, you know, we got a legacy here.
Just adding to it, dude.
What's up, dude? What's going on?
What's up, man?
First off, David, how old are you?
14.
Sick. We were arguing about that earlier.
Yeah.
And you played for Civil Conflict and Nothing Special, right?
Yep.
Hell yeah. So, when did you start playing in bands, playing music?
I started drumming at like 7, and I never played in a band until I was like 13. I was playing guitar in a really shitty metalcore band.
Oh, shitty band. What band was that?
It was a band called Drought. It's gotten a lot better, but when I was in the band, it was just kind of like pretty messy.
Yeah, and they're playing a lot now. Well,
Yeah,
that Oak and Maine, I noticed they've been playing a lot there.
yeah.
So,
Hell yeah. Okay. Oh, I think I got one of those too.
all right. So, you guys have been playing, ripping it up, like playing like every week, like multiple times a week, like shows, like
Yeah.
back to back daily.
Yeah, that's just crazy, dude. Like, I don't know. When I first like joined, I wasn't even expecting that, honestly. Like when I first joined, I was expecting like it not to last, just kind of whatever, just have fun. And my mind just took off, and I was just like, oh my god, this is fucking insane.
Hey, David, where are you standing right now?
I'm standing outside.
Yeah, try to go stand in the same place and talk directly into your telephone.
It's a little hard to
Alright.
hear you.
Yeah,
Is that better? Alright. Better?
yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, for sure. You know, what I was saying is, like, when I first joined the band, like, I wasn't expecting too much. And then, like, when I started seeing just more and more people coming to the shows every time, I don't know, it made me so happy.
It's fucking cool.
Yeah.
And you guys are all extremely good at what you play.
Thanks, man.
All of you guys, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't see you guys, but I did see footage of you playing that show with Cola Boy at the Oxnard Performing Arts
Oh,
Center.
it was wild.
Yeah, how was that show?
Absolutely insane. Like, people were stage diving. The pits were, like, the whole floor.
Yeah, from all accounts, it was like the ultimate unity show. I heard that, like,
Yeah.
you know, like there was like, you know, some, you know, all types of people there to see Cola Boy from like, you know, people's parents and shit, and like just I supposedly like everyone was in the pit, like parents, grandmas, everyone in the pit.
Yeah,
everyone in the pit.
You know, and then like
Just about.
yeah, and then when Cola Boy was playing, like you know, you got every type of punk rocker
just
dancing and fucking
stuff, yeah.
ultimate unity show.
Yeah, that's just great.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. And you guys actually just played a big rockin' gig at Concrete Jungle. It was called the Nard House Fest, right?
Yeah. Yeah, the boys from Dark House did that one. That show was insane. I guess somebody broke their arm.
This is more of a leg breaking podcast, not an arm breaking podcast.
Well, we'll introduce that.
Yeah, arms is next month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, it sounds like a rager, man. So,
Yeah.
do you guys have a demo or anything?
Before I joined the band, when they were still with the old drummer, they released like the demo that's on YouTube right now.
But there's
And,
there's nothing with you on it yet.
No, we have finished recording an album.
Yeah.
We're still doing like the last, little bit of mixing and everything, adding the last, finishing touches. It sounds absolutely amazing, and I'm so stoked for it.
How many
It should be
songs?
released. 10.
10 songs. And it was recorded by Armand, right?
Yeah,
At Captain's Corner.
Yeah, yeah.
You're still laying down all the solos though.
Huh?
You're still laying down all the solos, going in at the end.
Huh?
Nah, I'm
Gotta
just
break it up.
fucking around. That's the last thing you do, right? You got to overlay all the solos,
Yeah,
dude.
but he
Solos
wouldn't be
and
doing that. He's
Yeah,
thinking
he's
you're
not.
asking
Oh.
him if he's doing that.
Well, I'm not him personally, but the band.
But that's the way it
I'm
came
talking about the
across.
band recording. Okay.
They got great
that's what
solos.
that's what Stu and I thought you were
Yeah,
trying to say.
Excellent solos in that band.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, that's sick. And so, what can you say about it coming out? It's going to be on It's Alive, right?
Yeah. Fred's doing the artwork for it, and I'm super stoked. It's gonna be amazing.
Fucking rad.
Yeah.
That rules.
Fred's the man. Fred Hammer's the man.
He is.
Cancel Christmas.
Fred phones.
Fred phones, dude. We're all wearing them.
I know. That's right. It's like every podcast is a Fred tribute because we're wearing Fred phones.
Oh, dude, so legendary. Do you remember when Violation made that shirt with Fred Hammer's face on it?
I never
Oh,
saw
it's
that.
so good. It
Yeah.
just says like real low pro and it has like Fred with the Fred phones.
Oh, that's
It's so good.
sick. That's sick.
Yeah,
So what's
dude.
the timeline on that's gonna come out? If you're almost done, it'll come out probably early New Year, February or something.
So yeah, like it's pretty much done. We want to release it like late October, early November. That's the goal.
Not if you're
There's
not
really
if you're not if you're doing vinyl, buddy.
Oh, no, that's later.
Oh, you gonna put it out before the vinyl comes out though? You just gonna
No, we're the plan is to like release it and then like we'll press vinyl a little bit later. Like let the album come out so people can still listen to it and everything.
cool. So you'll throw out digital first, and then the vinyl will come.
Yeah,
That rules, man. Because I can't wait to hear it.
thanks, man.
Yeah. Dude.
Hell yeah, dude.
It sounds good. I heard it.
Oh, you heard
Well,
it?
I heard a couple songs. Yeah, Brian played them for me. David's dad.
Well, Joe's always on the inside track,
Yeah,
you know.
Legend.
I'll wait till you guys put it up on SoundCloud or whatever. So when all the
I bootlegged it already.
when you
It's out.
when you share it with the common folk, I'll listen to it.
Oh, fuck.
And it filters down to little on me.
So you also play guitar and Nothing Special. What can you tell us about that band?
It's a newer project. We played our first show at the Nard House Fest, and I wasn't expecting like people to go that crazy for us at all, and they just went nuts.
Fucking
And
sick.
yeah, we got a pretty good set down before we played a show. I think we played like 9 or 10 songs, and everybody just ate it up. Everybody seemed to enjoy it a lot.
Has anyone jumped off the Nard house yet?
Huh?
Has anyone jumped off? Is it a house?
Yeah, well, I saw footage of you guys playing a backyard show. It's like that, like civil compound. I don't know exactly what it is. Like
Okay.
that's your
All right.
house, right?
Yeah, that's my house. That's the conflict compound. That's my bad.
Yeah. Has anyone ever stage dove off the top of the house yet?
They did it after the show. They didn't like go into the crowd. They just jumped off my roof. And, like my dad wasn't too thrilled about that, and one of the dudes that jumped off got body tackled into the floor by him.
His dad's your size, so
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, that shit was pretty crazy.
Grown.
Grown ass man, dude.
You know. Hell yeah, that rules.
What do you guys got coming
Yeah.
up? Granted, this is going to be out way later in advance.
As of right now, like we don't have. I don't know if we have any shows booked, or maybe there's like a couple.
Hmm.
So everything's slowing down just a little bit, but hopefully it picks back up soon. But no matter what, we're still gonna be playing together, jamming, writing new music, and everything.
Nice. What about Nothing Special? Can we expect a demo soon?
Yeah, we were actually discussing that yesterday. So hopefully we can get something out in a couple months, even if it's just a couple songs, at least something.
Yeah.
Hey, David, do you know what happened with Operation Oxnard? Why they broke up?
Yeah.
What happened?
We were playing together for a good minute, and I don't know. It just didn't feel right almost. Like I felt like our chemistry was a little bit off, and I didn't want to push ourselves like to do something that we weren't completely comfortable with.
Yeah.
And yeah, like the music was good and everything, but we honestly felt like it was better just to stop it because like our drummer joined another band, and he seemed more dedicated with them because they were a little more established. And our bass player wanted to, work on his technique and himself a little bit more. And then I was busy with Nothing Special, civil conflict, school, obviously family. And so having 3 bands, family, school, it was a lot. So I had to drop one thing.
Yeah, well, once that bass player gets better technique, I know a drummer sitting to my left that would be perfect playing Operation Oxnard.
Yeah, dude, we'll bring it back because that name is the sickest.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So it wasn't a chick that broke the band up.
No.
All
all right.
Cool, David. Glad to have you on the show, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
We love your bands, and you're the shit. Keep plugging away.
Yeah.
Appreciate that, man.
Hell yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, buddy.
Goodbye.
Yep, later.
All right, that was good.
Yeah,
fun.
dude.
All right.
Yeah, more with Fred. That's like he's putting out this civil conflict LP.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's also repressing the localism comp.
Yeah. Short
And
run.
The short run's going to be 100 of those, all hand numbered, of course. Clear vinyl. He has a new cover. It's fucking sick.
I think I saw the new cover. It did look sick.
Yeah, it's fucking dope.
Yeah.
But same booklet and some posters. And
Updated booklet.
is it updated booklet?
Yeah, I think he asked you too. He asked me to write. I'm writing an intro for it. So,
Oh, he didn't ask me.
yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh, I thought he did.
Nah, man.
Oh,
Whatever.
sorry.
It's cool, Joe. maybe he'll swap out Kevin Herstein's poster or picture for one of
Just
Todd's.
the
or
mirrored
mine.
one. This is two of the same pose. Like,
I kind of like that.
yeah, it's sick. It's like so much contrast on that. But that should be available around December this year.
Hell yeah.
And also, he just repressed the Good Riddance Ill Repute split. That's still available on Rev HQ if anybody wants to buy that shit.
Fuck yeah. It's Live Records 2019.
Yep.
Get that shit at revhq.com and keep the previous guest, Lance, employed.
Yeah.
You know?
17 and a half years.
17 and a half years at Rev. If you keep buying that It's Alive shit at
Storm's still
revhq.com. What's that?
Is Thorne still there?
No, Thorne has moved back to New York like,
Oh, okay.
I don't know, 12 years ago or something. Yeah. But Thorne's was on the Roadies podcast. Did you listen to that one?
I did.
Yeah, you gotta listen to that one. That
I
one's
just
good.
assumed that he was still in town.
Oh,
So
yeah,
I
yeah.
guess I
No,
missed
He went.
that part.
Yeah, he's based out of New York. I guess. Well, we did not answer that on the pod. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
But those are some good Thorne stories.
Because he worked
too.
at Rev 2 for a while.
Yeah. Yes, he did.
Yeah, because he
Him
gave
and-
me the Dag Nasty record.
Him and
before
Adam
it
worked
came out.
together at Rev and lived together. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So. Fuck yeah, dude. Let's see what we're gonna do next. Yeah, dude. So should we get Dave Bush?
You want him on this one or the other one?
I think we should have him wrap up this one, maybe.
Okay.
Unless you think that he.
Either way, Dave fits in both, so.
Yeah. So let's do it, dude. Let's wrap this one with the mighty Dave Bush. Let's see here. Let me find the phone number. As Joe plays with paper.
Been his thing.
The
today.
podcast pastime. Dude.
Crinkling away, dude.
Here we go. Dave Bush. I'm all paranoid now that I'm calling the wrong phone number. The fuck? Oh, that's why. I'm hooked into the mini life jacket now.
Hello?
Is this Dave Bush?
It's Dave Bush.
All right. Hold on. I got to make
Or
sure
no
you're on the
both?
right thing. Yeah. Turn that thing off just so. Did that hang up on him? We still got you, Dave? Dave?
Nice.
Yeah, see, we're failing with technology. All right, keep that thing off.
It's off.
Okay. That's why I couldn't. Apparently, I was connected to that thing, too.
Okay.
Oh, this isn't right.
Yeah, it is.
Is he an 805? No.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Where's he living?
Colorado. Fort Collins.
Did he live to join aggression as well?
No.
Hello?
All right, I think we got you this time, Dave.
Yeah, it sounds good. Yeah,
Yeah.
much better.
Yeah, we were failing in technology.
Yeah.
Again,
Shocking.
Isn't it amazing how some people sound so good and some people don't?
Yeah.
What kind of phone do you have?
Dave.
I have a, like the newest iPhone 10 or whatever the hell.
There you
Yeah,
go.
see, it's fancy.
You think that's a part of it?
Maybe.
It's that
Could
portrait
be.
mode.
Yeah, I think that people are just like they're moving around, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Well, I'm just chilling, man. I went to a skating poly last night down at the club, so I'm taking it easy tonight. So no running around.
yeah, dude. So Joe, go ahead.
Yeah.
Joe, go ahead and introduce Dave Bush. How much time you got, buddy?
What shall I call him? Which nickname should we go with, Dave? David Bush.
Oh, yeah.
No. Chicken Neck's the only one I was going to use, but Dave was the bass player in my first band, which was called Dignity. Dave was already in the band. They had me join. Eventually, that band became Burning Dog through a few member changes. Dave has been one of my best friends since the mid '80s, and I miss him. I wish he still lived in California.
Yeah, me too, brother. I miss California all the time, man. Miss you guys. So.
Dave, you're on the podcast, the 105 Miles South podcast with Zach and Stu.
Yeah.
Stu's a drummer in a band called Omega Point. They're freaking amazing. And you know Zach.
Yes, I've heard
from
it.
In Control and Retaliate. And
It doesn't matter.
Hell yeah.
Against the law.
Quite aware of all
Defiance.
Quite aware of all these bands.
Impoached.
Hell yeah. So we wanted to call you. We've called a bunch of other kids today. So now we need an adult perspective.
I'm all adult.
Yeah, so how about this? Let's jump right into it. A couple weeks from now, we're going to do this episode that's going to be focusing on Nardcore from the year 1987 and 1992. And these are kind of the years that, I don't know, a lot of people don't know about. Like, Ill Repute goes on hiatus in 87. Stalig's turned into a heavy metal band. Dr. No is a heavy metal band. Aggression. When did they move to Colorado?
88.
Yeah. So right around this time, Aggression's leaving town. But you're in the thick of it. How old are you in the year 1987?
87. I'm still pretty young because I'm kind of going back and figuring out that I believe it was 86 is when I first got a suicidal tape in like junior high, and then like I swear it was like that weekend was Aggression, Ill Repute, Stalag, and Habeas Corpus at Skate Palace.
Okay.
Somehow got my parents to drop me off there, and ever since then, Community Show Center, all the shows I could get to there, and
so you're really young. Are you able to remember like what you think Stalag sounded like in '86? Like, are they still?
You know what?
Are they still punking?
I just kind of. They were, I still remember them being pretty damn punk. I mean, I was pretty young, and that was just kind of dodging, getting crushed by skinheads, and going to your first show or whatever. But it definitely got me started on a path there. But yeah, that I know what you're saying. Right after all of that, it definitely seemed to be a little bit of a dark time there. Just a few backyard parties and whatever going on, right? So.
Yeah, but that's kind of like the unique thing about like we can call it the Joe Rivas generation, is that like you might see the tail end of like the greatness, right? But then you kind of see but then you see it fall apart. So then when you come into your own, you're like, I'm gonna rebuild this, and I'm gonna look back to it, and I'm gonna fucking like I'm gonna make it happen again, right?
Carry the torch.
Yeah. You're gonna rekindle the flame.
I wish we could say we were that inspired or that like thought we could make all that happen. I mean, I just I wound up playing bass. My buddy Bill Witham Keebler, that Joe knows real well. Kind of grew up with that dude a bit, and then he played a little bit of drums, not very well. Ended up jamming with these cats called the Spookies. They're kind of like a Butthole Surfers band. Dudes needed a bass player. I picked it up and kind of never set it down since then. And then, like Joe said, I was playing with a band called Dignity with a guy named John Lowry, and he passed away, unfortunately. And then we were playing with Dean, and then Joe kind of came in there, and then along the way picking up John, and the whole Burning Dog thing happened. So.
Yeah. So circling back to that show in '86, how many people were there, do you think, at Skate Palace?
Holy shit, that was huge, dude. I mean, I remember all of '86. That was a huge show. I remember everything that I went to the community center, from like Social Distortion to DRI to Circle Jerks. I mean, so many shows. It was amazing amount of people there. It was
a few hundred, 3 or 4.
Yeah, at least 300 or 400 kids. I mean,
yeah. So
just
local, local.
Yeah,
draw.
great.
Well, he's saying
for sure,
Oxnard
local
Community Center.
Wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean,
Hell yeah.
if there's shows in Oxnard, there's obviously still shows in LA, so it is local.
Yeah, but the mid '90s or mid '80s, sorry. A lot of the Santa Barbara kids were coming down. There was a big scene in Ojai too that would still come out.
Ojai.
Yeah. There were some bands up there.
When does so there was a Goleta Community Center that like the Ill Repute guys talk about, which
Goleta
was awesome and a good time and like not as gnarly and violent.
Did you guys play that place?
The Goleta Community Center?
In Control?
Maybe.
For a Christmas show that Eddie did? For some reason, I thought, I don't know, No Motive did. Was there, but no, sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just
It's on Hollister. It's right around the corner from
the living room,
from what the living room was.
Yeah, there was
the main living room that we went to.
There was another place that like I saw like No Use for a Name play, and I saw Fear 66.
Well, I feel like there was like at least 3 living rooms, right?
Yeah,
There's at least 2 or 3. Yeah.
I think 4 is the
There's
number.
3 living rooms plus Sniffies, which was right next door, right? Yeah, well, I was just wondering if maybe like the Santa Barbara, if at that time maybe they lost their clubs, and then so you have Oxnard firing, and if you're saying all the Santa Barbara guys are coming down.
Well, there's the Casa de la Raza was going on. It
was still going
as well, but it was a big show. Like Dave said,
everyone's going to come.
Souls of Distortion, so everyone's going to come out for that show. So
yeah, if you like that kind of stuff.
Well. Back then, for sure.
Yeah, dude.
But back then, that was
sure.
You
Huge
supported
punk band.
everything. So.
Yeah, huge.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He was wearing a leather hat and everything. I remember the show.
That was awesome.
Yeah, they for sure had makeup on still. So way back in the day.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Oh, it was great, man. I love growing. I'm fucking so excuse me.
No,
I'm so thankful.
You can say the F word all you want.
Nice. I'm so glad to have grown up in this, man. I mean, I hadn't thought about it. I got everything going on here for so long, but yeah, I listened to a few podcasts and stuff, and so nice to catch up to all this old stuff. And you know what? I love the legendary Joe Rivas as much as I know he's embarrassed by it. You know what? While we were out there partying and playing Rockstar and chasing girls, Joe was, doing what he was doing, and it's a thing to be proud of, man. I mean, it was I mean, look all what happened, so I just, I support the legendary Joe Rivas, man. So that's all I'm saying.
Well, he's in a room with his number 1 and 2 biggest fans.
Yeah.
Stu being number 1 and me being number 2.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So,
pee and poop?
Okay.
Yeah, definitely, dude.
Left titty, right titty. Okay, so we're trying to piece together like a little bit of a timeline. So in 87, Oxnard Community Center is still going. When do they stop doing shows?
That's pretty much in 87. Pretty much the community center's done.
Okay.
Maybe even late 86.
Okay, so what is happening? We should probably just include this in the other episode.
Yeah.
What is Mergies?
Yeah, we're going to put you in with Davi and Pika and everybody else. So.
Yeah, because we're naming it down so hard. So in 88, like, what is Oxnard like? Is Skate Palace still doing one-off shows? You can still rent Skate Palace, or what's happening, Joe?
Yeah, tell me, Joe.
Or Dave, either of you.
Yeah, so 87, 88, 89, there were, like, we put together a show that we put on. When I say we, that it would be Rob. Actually, he was the one that put that whole thing together. When we get to Rob's call, we'll talk about that. But at the community center, at the Skate Palace, sorry, and we ran that whole production.
Mm-hmm.
That was us, because there was nothing. There was no power line anymore. There was no. Eddie hadn't really started Numbskull yet until Tapatio, which was late '89.
Yeah, so that was Tapatio was later than that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I remember that.
And then, actually, the Skate Palace show was '88.
Okay.
DY, Leviticus, Solemn Fate. whoever else played. I can't remember. Purple Holocaust.
And what was the setup like in Skate Palace in 1988?
Yes.
Is there a stage, or are you just playing on the floor?
The stage, we brought a stage in. We put it against the back wall.
Okay.
In the oblong, so the long end.
Yeah.
And we actually rented sound gear.
Yeah.
The guitarist for Disordered Youth, Gabe Sosa actually went to Grove for recordings, so he knew how to do all that stuff.
Yeah.
Back then I had no clue on how to do. I knew how to run cables and do all that, but I didn't.
Well, you can
know
have
how
20 years of experience and not know how to make Skate Palace sound good.
Yeah, well, that's true too. But he made it sound pretty dang good. So that's that, and then the Ill Repute show that was at the community center late '89 are the only big shows that I remember from that time.
Okay, so but that Skate Palace show in '88, which is all younger local bands, everyone you listed, right?
Yes.
Okay, how many kids come out?
There was probably 400 or 500 kids there.
Holy shit!
It was packed.
Yeah, so
we had no idea.
There's still a
that
want
was
for
gonna
this.
happen. Yeah.
Yeah, there's still a need.
A bunch of older people that we had no idea who they were.
Hey,
Which we were
Joe,
excited.
throwback on this one.
Yeah.
What was at the same time as when we tried to go up to TO and play with the Purple Holocaust band, and that whole thing got shut down? That crazy freaking event.
Yeah.
Well, that's got to be around similar time, right?
I'm going to say that was 88 because John was still alive.
Yeah, no, yeah, John was there for that one. Yeah.
So we the guys, our friends in Purple Holocaust, they lived in Thousand Oaks, set up a show at Rubens, which there was the big shooting there at the bar.
Oh yeah.
TO.
Oh yeah. It's Borderline. Yeah.
Borderline used to be called Rubens.
Okay.
In the 80s, and we all show up there and punks are like starting to line up, and then the promoters, or not the promoter, but the owner of the club is like, nope.
Yeah.
And shut us down. So we all actually drove to Forrest's grandma's house in.
Yeah, right. We
by
the Lorazana.
Yeah, by the park.
Yeah.
Bubbling Springs Park, and played in the living room.
Awesome.
So it was.
Was that in Surfside or by
It was a great show, man.
By Surfside?
No, Bubbling Springs.
Yeah, in Wanimi.
It was just off Bard.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, Forrest will probably talk
That was
about that later because it was his grandma's house. So,
sick.
That's amazing that there's so many people that are interested in something and there's no one there to like capitalize on it.
Yeah.
Like no one to do shows.
And we Dave will remember this, especially Keebler. We hack on him a lot. He gets a bad rap in history because he did some dumb stuff throughout it, but he was really, really tried to you talk about you and Todd in your podcast with Todd. I'm pointing at Zach, Dave. You guys talk about that, about showing up at random places and trying to get them to allow shows.
Oh, yeah.
Bill did that everywhere.
Yeah. Bill being key.
Oh yeah,
Losing It production.
Losing It production. Yeah, way back.
He tried so hard to make to get that rolling.
And this is 88.
Well, that wouldn't be until like 90.
We're still getting all our years confused.
Yeah.
This is not educational to me yet.
Yeah.
We're trying to piece together 87, 92, but we're talking about it all like a 3-year span.
No,
I know it's hard to remember.
Yeah.
It's hard to remember.
During that late 80s, aside of those two shows, and I can't remember anything else big, unless it was happening at the Ventura Theater.
Okay. Well, that's something that we should talk about because that can be something that holds it together, right? At least like your buddies can get together once every few months and go to a punk show at Ventura Theater.
Yeah.
So are bigger punk bands playing the Ventura Theater?
Yeah.
I mean, if Social D is playing like semi-DIY spots like the Oxnard Community Center, I can't imagine.
Yeah, but I mean that's before Prison Bound, so that's that's still there's
that's
still
like Mommy's Little Monster.
off Mommy's Little Monster.
When did Ventura Theater start doing shows?
Well, I mean it's been having shows there for
It's like the second Blue Oyster Cult record, man.
I did not know
yeah
that.
for a long time.
That's wild.
And they were still showing Star Wars. I saw Star Wars there too, like the first time, or second time, or whatever. But they were still doing movies, is what I was trying to say. But they would do shows, but it would be like,
I mean, who's a big enough punk band in the year 1988? Like, if like, does the Damned still play? Did the Damned come through and play?
Damn
Or
might have come through, but
I'm trying to think of who's together.
I can't think of anybody. It would be more metal bands that we went to see.
Yeah.
Didn't GBH come through?
But not to the theater.
I saw GBH in the Reseda Country Club. That's where I saw
the Country
GBH.
Club, yeah.
Yeah, because the country club's going at that time when.
And like Dave and I, we had a big. We went to actually. You're going to hate it, but it's Social Distortion. We went to see them at the Country Club. So that was the closest.
Yeah, that was a great show. That was a big show.
Yeah. What's the name for the Plasmatics played and whatever. Anyway,
shit.
But
Social D played Sick Boy twice. It was fucking awesome.
that would be the closest large. That would be the closest large size venue. So we were traveling to LA a lot.
Yeah, and Country Club's actually the Valley too, so it's a little closer.
It's a little
than
bit
LA.
closer than downtown Hollywood or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But for the most part, we were playing parties. Like Dave, we did a couple parties at Dave's house. We did, our friend Paul Buck's house. All sorts of different stuff because that's all there was. And then, do you want
the
to
Yanez Manor? I think, and we played for Todd's mom's birthday or something like that with Loud Hounds, and that was a great show.
That's a little bit later too, though.
That is later, yeah. It's hard to keep all these dates, in line here. I mean, I do live in Colorado now, so it is. We all smoke weed here, so it's hard to keep everything in track.
Yeah, dude. Hell yeah. So let's talk about you getting into Burning Dog then. You guys, because it goes in naturally, right? Because your Dignity needs to turn into Burning Dog.
Well, so like we're Dignity, and then we start playing with Dean, and then Dean has Joe come over and play with us, and I want to say like the first day we jam with him, we learn the truth. One of the first Burning Dog songs we have from Joe, and we do that for a while, and then our buddy passed us away, and I feel like then John just kind of, or then Dean actually moves on or stops playing with us, and then John kind of takes his spot, and we have some memorable singers from there. We have like Floyd McKenzie sings for us for a little while, on transitioning till we get to becoming Burning Dog, I'm remembering, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much right.
Yeah.
Or at least my recollection of it too. But
yeah, I mean, I remember him singing, Never Pet a Burning Dog as a whole nother song. Positively negative. I'm positive and I'm negative. So yeah, dude. Yeah. And then we always heard the story. We grabbed Maury at a party at my house because Keebler kind of stepped away from the drums and Maury played, and we're like, well, there you go. Look at that. Fucking Maury's a great drummer. I mean, look at this kid go. So, and he was always, my neighbor. I kind of known him since he was a little kid, and he turned out to be quite a talented guy. So,
who is the better singer, Joe or John?
Better singer. Well, they both have such different styles. I like John's quirky, style or whatever. But then, I mean, I love Joe and his influences, and like the heavy he brings. So yeah, I don't know, man. It's a good combination, I'd have to say.
Basically, he's saying Maury's a better singer.
Well, then, fuck yeah! I'll definitely.
Everyone agrees that Maury's the best singer.
Yeah, definitely.
Out of everyone in this room.
You know what, Joe? I would just say it was a tasty platter of songs. Is all I could say about it.
Joey.
That was our description from Joe.
Make you lick your plate clean.
Yeah. Make you lick the plate clean.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
We definitely did a lot of so out of the 80s into the 90s, we ended up playing, we became friends with the Arch Enemy guys. We started playing kind of shows with them sort of before they were Fixated. We played 1 or 2 shows with them, and then, but that was like just party stuff. And then we played with, like the Mayfair sort of started.
What year?
What'd you say, Dave?
Oh,
92, 91.
Yeah, I would say. So, I mean, I graduated. I graduated in 91, and I want to say it was after I graduated.
Yeah,
so
so
yeah, like 92, 3.
Yeah, late 91, early 92. That's when we did I told you guys earlier about we played with Ill Repute. And Ill Repute, we played the local band night at the Mayfair, and Ill Repute showed up and wanted to use our gear. And we're like, fuck yeah, of course. So.
Yeah, I do remember that.
I'm going to say that was 92.
Okay, and then when does...
And that was our first show without Floyd singing. So we weren't Burning Dog, but it was Burning Dog.
Okay, so Mayfair is 91 or late 91 or 92 starts.
Yeah.
And Moggs starts when?
Moggs was already kind of happening.
That was already going, yeah. Because that was like
that
Offspring came there, I remember, way back in the day.
Spring Voodoo Forest Band.
Yeah, Forest opened up.
So is that 90 or 91?
That's 91
Okay,
that they
so
played with Offspring there.
It would make sense if that starts going to 91.
Yeah.
Right?
The Mayfair?
Yeah.
No.
Around then, you think? No, not Mayfair, Moggs.
Moggs, yeah.
We're saying Mayfair is late 91.
I'm going to say Moggs is 90.
And Moggs we're thinking is 90.
Yeah. I'm going to say 90. And also, what was the club upstairs, Dave? Well, Moggs is upstairs too, but
no, Moggs.
Club Soda.
Oh yeah, what the hell was that?
We did
That's
the
like
Battle of the Bands. I'm going to say that was 92.
I remember that with Sugar Dome.
Sugar Dome, yeah. They wouldn't let us win.
Sugar Dome.
Because Ill Repute.
Yeah, they wouldn't let us win. Yeah, even though everybody liked us, that was fun.
Yeah, because Ill Repute has a good run in 91, 92, leading up to Big Rusty Balls in 93.
Yeah.
Like by all accounts, they're playing
Metro. That's what it was called.
They're playing Moggs and they're playing Mayfair and killing it.
Yeah, and the Metro, and then there's a big fight and a stabbing out front, and Scott goes to jail for that. Portugal goes to jail for that. That was the Ill Repute show.
Oh, shit.
And that's where's the Metro? What's the Metro?
It's where Palermo's is, the coffee shop. Palermo's downtown. Mm-hmm. It was upstairs.
Okay,
it was part of that building.
Okay,
shit.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just trying to piece everything together. So it seems like by 91 you're out of the dark ages.
Super dark. Yeah.
Yeah, because
but those shows were still few and far between.
Mayfair and Moggs.
Yeah.
You didn't have a show like once every 3 months?
Once
every
2
months?
Maybe once every 2 months or 3 months, yeah.
Okay. And how many bands would be on a show? Were they like
5.
Loaded? Okay, so 5 normal.
Yeah.
4 or 5
Yeah,
normal.
they're pretty loaded.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, some like punk shows, it's like they throw 10 bands on,
Yeah.
So a scene could survive like on a show or 2 a month if you're tossing 10 bands
and then
on.
there were Ventura bands that were pushing at that time too. Like I said, Arch Enemy.
Dick Circus.
Well, that's
Dick
a little
Circus
bit later.
was around.
That's
okay.
That's
Sorry.
like 93, 94.
Okay.
What was it?
Verminicious Canoes?
Yeah. What was that?
Yeah, that's 93 as well.
Creature Feature, I want to say them dudes were playing.
Yeah, Creature, Alice Donut. There's a few others, but
Sprungmaster Monkey.
Well, Tripmaster Monkey was a
Tripmaster Monkey.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Youth was Disordered Youth. That they changed names.
Disordered Youth turned into Tripmaster Monkey.
Yeah, and then my brother quit and joined the Hyman Blasters.
I hope someone is taking notes of all this shit.
Yeah, then my brother quit
because knowledge is getting dropped.
Yeah.
What's up?
Then Davi quit, joined the Hyman Blasters, which was a Ventura band. And then Tripmaster got Dave Casillas at first. He was the first bass player after my brother left. And then, I can't think of the guy's name. Crow Doan, who passed away a couple years ago. But, but those, they were more like rock, they sounded Jane's Addiction-ish, right?
Yeah,
so they're playing more
funk.
Yeah, Thought Festival and all that stuff. So those shows were happening at the theater or at bars, but they weren't going to. They were
separate from your shows.
Separate from hardcore punk stuff that we were trying to do.
Yeah, that's something that like I think is forgotten from people in my generation. That I don't know. I mean, I would have seen the tail end of that. I mean, obviously, I was watching MTV in 1990 and 91. but I don't consider that stuff infiltrating like punk at all. But for people like coming up in the late 80s, like there are a lot of, first off, weird bands, and then also like a lot of that funk stuff. Yeah. And it's like
Faith
influencing
No
people. Right? Yeah, well, Faith No More, and then like the
Chili Peppers.
Chili Peppers, like huge.
Yeah.
And then, you know, even stuff like the Butthole Surfers, like this, it's, you kind of,
Mary's Danish and all that stuff too.
It seems like it's just a little bit,
stuff.
it's a tad adjacent to like the straightforward punk timeline history, you know?
Infectious Grooves, yeah.
Well, Infectious Grooves, that's like 89?
Yeah, 89, 90, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Even like Body Count.
But I mean, even a bunch of the punk bands were doing that. I mean, you know, you listen to, you know, Walk Together, Rock Together, and then listen to
Youth Brigade or whatever. Youth Brigade too.
Those, you know,
it's a very experimental time.
Bad Religion.
A lot of like merging of like genres.
There's that one Bad Religion record.
Into the unknown.
Yeah, but that's like 84. Like they were doing that weird stuff like.
But a lot of people were trying that. That's what I'm getting at, and like that changed what was happening. Plus we had the skinhead problem. That's the one thing we didn't talk about here yet. It's all the skinheads were fucking up all the shows.
The Mayfair.
So nobody wanted to do shows. No promoters didn't want it. Yeah.
So it was the same thing with like. You know, Minor Threat, and then like going to like the Revolution Summer stuff, right?
Yeah.
Of wanting to like do music that knuckleheads don't want to beat people up to.
Yeah.
Right. Do you think that was a catalyst for a lot of people getting into like funk music and just music that like you want to listen to at a club and feel good? It's like I can transition. I can play some funk music. You're not going to have Nazis beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah, I mean. I think I would say that those people still. What am I trying to say?
You still get beat up at a funk show. You're
it's still aggressive.
Yeah, it's still
and
aggressive.
The lyrical content is aggressive.
You know, because it's all.
What about moving to something that's like Jane's Addiction?
Yeah, there were always fights at Jane's Addiction in the early days.
Shows what I know. That's why I do a podcast to learn. I figured I'm turning 30. I'm turning 39. I better learn about all this stuff eventually.
Yeah. You know, I'm talking about just
I sound like the idiot, so you guys don't have to.
I just watch.
No, Stu looks at me like, I fucking knew that, dude. Shut up.
Yeah, there was all kinds of stuff going on. I remember going to see Pika opening up for No Doubt. Remember up in Santa Barbara at the Underground all the time. That happened quite a few times. And,
before
some of our first shows were with Thought Festival. I remember, you know, that one of the Paul Buck's parties, right? Remember down on J Street Kids, right? Am I right?
Yeah, and I think I think another catalyst to all that is like you know. People like my brother or Pika or some of these other people like really learned how to play where we had no idea how to play, and never
they were actual musicians
and never really got better. So they got into things that they ended up that was more complex than 1, 2, 3 punk rock that we were doing. But we loved what we were doing.
Oh yeah. Well, we liked metal. We had metal too.
Yeah, we do.
We love Slayer. So.
Yeah, but no one's ever going to be as good as Slayer.
No.
No.
No matter how much I try to convince people that we were, but.
Dave, what do you think the best Burning Dog show? What was the best Burning Dog show you ever played?
Oh man, best Burning. You know what? Best Burning Dog show I ever played was at Art City 2, like the Burning Dog debut show that we played with Dick Circus. What year was that, Joe? That was 95. Out of fucking control.
94.
That was. I mean, the video, the pictures. I mean, that was just mayhem. I mean, that was amazing. That was just. I felt like.
And Thought Festival played that too.
Yeah, I mean, it was all everybody. It was like all the best bands and just so many people, and I mean, that I would say that was. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure we have tons of great shows since then. I mean, we opened up for all kinds of good bands, but that was just one of those ones I remember. Just everybody got it, and it was like, wow, everybody really likes what we're doing. Like, you know, no more doubt about, you know, maybe we're, you know, whatever we're doing. You know, it was quite obvious that was. I don't know. People were feeling it, so that was one of the funnest I remember. But just definitely left an impression on me. So,
hell yeah,
Yeah.
what would you say, Joe?
Favorite show?
Yeah,
The next one we played.
you probably have a clearer memory than me. So, which one?
I don't know. Nardfest was super, super, super fun to do that.
Oh yeah, well
That's cool.
that was amazing. I mean, that was just
I really liked, you know, we played with the Dickies. That was fucking amazing to me because I loved that band so much.
oh yeah. Well, us playing with No Motive, playing them shows with No Motive and AFI, I think that was such a good time. I mean, you know, No Motive
on C Street, at the Ink
yeah,
Center.
that was such a good time, dude. So
In Oxnard?
Yeah.
Oh shit. What was that venue? There's shows there now, Los Compadres. It was a venue before it was a Filipino bar.
Yeah, it was the Philippine Hut. Yeah.
Now, when were
We
they
never
doing-
I
played
remember
there, but
that.
yeah.
Oh.
But we went to shows there.
yeah, we never.
who played there and what year was that?
Aggression played there, 86.
Oh yeah, I saw Aggression there for sure.
So it was gone by 87 as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wild.
Because there was a girl
It's
slit her
87.
wrist at the
Same
show
building.
and-
Same building.
87 was
Yeah,
a bad
same
year,
building.
friends.
Fucking
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, I walked in there. Dave, there was a show there. They've been holding shows there recently, and I went to a show about 2 weeks ago.
Was it the beer release show?
No.
No.
No, there was the Total Resistance.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that was like 2 weeks ago. So,
Yeah.
and I walk in, I'm like,
That was
oh
the one
my-
we talked about on the podcast that you stage dove at.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah. we warped tour.
Yeah, we were-
warped
well,
history
Dave, we were recording an episode before the show.
like a
but
month before the show.
Yeah, but I knew that the thing was going to come out after the show. So we're like, let's talk about how awesome that show was.
It's a great show.
We're like, yeah, Joe Rivas did that gnarly stage dive. And
But what really
Oh,
happened
that was crazy.
was Jacob threw up because he was too drunk during one of his straight edge songs. That he wrote. That was
Nice.
pretty good.
cool.
That's cool. Sounds like you guys got a lot of shows going on now. Sounds like
Dude, the scene is popping, Dave.
It's
You-
popping
you-
like
I know, I
multiple
wanna get out
shows
there,
a week.
man.
Like
Yeah.
you have
Oh
to
my
choose what show you want to go to.
that's rad, man. I mean, we've got a great punk bar here, you know. So I mean, we get a lot of good shows coming through here. So I don't know. I go to a lot of concerts, but yeah, I definitely miss the local Nard scene for sure, man. So.
Well, tell them who you're playing with. You still in the band?
Someone else is in Colorado.
Oh.
Who is it?
Jacob.
Jagan?
Jacob.
Yeah.
We should hook you up with Jacob. Because are they in the same city? What city are you at,
This is
Dave?
Fort Collins.
I'm in Fort Collins. So.
Oh,
No idea what Jacob is.
and we don't know what Jacob is. No, but the singer of the band that we were just saying threw up. He lives in Colorado now too.
Oh, shit, yeah, you should hit me up. We've got other friends. That drummer we jam with, Jacob, he lives in Evergreen now, so I haven't seen him yet, but we're always talking about hanging out, but he's a little ways. But yeah, so let's see here. So yeah, I moved out here to Fort Collins about 2003, and then Joe through the dork board, right? The Dag Nasty
No,
dork
it was
board.
it was the DAG board, not the dark board.
Yeah. No, Dag board. Okay, so the Dag board, you were friends with this Jeff Reese guy out here who was from San Diego, played some bands out there. I hung out with this cat, and he, introduced me to a bunch of people around here. Met another guy named Johnny Freedom, and he was super stoked. I was from Oxnard. He knew of all the Nard bands and was just, amazed that I was part of that scene. Said, come by, jam at his house. I go over, play bass. He plays some drums, whatnot. Second night I go over there, he's like, oh, by the way, Carl Alvarez is showing up to play guitar tonight. No big deal, right? And I'm like, okay. I didn't expect that. I knew he lived in this town, because of the blasting room and whatnot. So, yeah, I don't know. From there, we kind of took off. We ended up losing the Reese guy. Went through quite a few members, a couple name changes. We were Underminer and Endless Monster. I've got to record at the Blaster Room a couple times with these guys. Bill Stevenson, recorded us and stuff. And I don't know, it's been a pretty amazing ride. I've met all kinds of crazy bands out here. Got to play, open up for the Descendants one time at a big concert venue out here. Like I said, it's been an amazing ride. I mean, it's kind of now Carl is doing so well with the Descendants and playing so much. We don't really do anything. We've got a great record just kind of sitting shelf that hopefully will get released someday. And, once Carl kind of slows down on the Descendants thing, which, hopefully, that's not going to end. I'm glad they're doing so freaking great. So, I don't know. I'm actually out here looking for another drummer to play with and, doing my own stuff. So, it's been quite a ride. Never expected to even continue playing music, much less, meet all the people I have since I've gotten out here. So it's, I love it, man. I love this town, dude. So, I mean, it's, I had Joe come out and visit me, so we had a good time out here. So.
Awesome.
Rasta pasta.
Yeah, dude, this guy's gone now, dude. You and my ex are both bummed about that. So yeah, no more Rasta pasta, man. So.
Sucks. It sounded like that place was gonna make it.
You would have thought, yeah. A reggae pasta joint, yeah. A stoner reggae pasta joint. Why wouldn't anybody like that? Come on, man.
Well, I don't know if they give you a joint on your way in, and then it's unlimited garlic breadsticks.
Oh, dude,
it's like
there you go.
Actually, we got something going here.
This is before pot was legal.
Well, they missed the boat though. They were gone before the weed legal thing came.
Oh man, bring it back.
They missed the whole boat.
Bring it back. It'll be firing now.
We got to start a GoFundMe for bringing back Rasta pasta. Now that weed's legal
in California,
you guys got a shot, man.
Yeah, that's true, man. I think they could make it this time. So
That's right.
I think they could.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah, dude, I'm stoked for my buddy Joe, man. I love his new band, dude. Out of Trust is the shit, and
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, plus he's looking good. I'm looking right at him. Motherfucker's handsome as shit. It enrages me. The fucking good genetics.
Yeah, that hairline.
Oh yeah, well
Joe.
you've seen his dad, right?
I know it's not going to get any worse. Joe's going to keep getting more
Oh
handsome.
no. Exactly. Just gets more prestigious as he gets older.
That's right.
More dignified. That's
I know. Yeah, when he hits 40 years being straight edge, he can start smoking a pipe. And then look extra dignified.
Nice.
Get like a wool scally hat. And,
Sick.
yeah, and a nice pipe. Fuck, Joe.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good look. I think that's a good look.
Yeah. So, anything else you want to throw out there, Dave?
Oh no, man, this is pretty fun though. Yeah, I didn't know what to expect, but yeah, this was cool, man. Like I said, I love remembering all this old stuff. Hearing you guys talk to Maury, just bringing back all the parties, and I don't know, just our journey, man. And just I'm stoked it was something. I'm stoked it was a something people give a shit about, and still think about and talk about. So I mean, pressure Joe into some Burning Dog reunion, man. I play every day. I'm ready, man. Let's get out there. So
It'll happen.
It should be it'll be a tour. It'll be Oxnard, San Diego, and Fort Collins. That'd be a sick tour shirt,
dude. That's 3 days.
I like it.
Motherfucker of a drive right there.
Yeah, it's one hell of a drive, man. Might have to do something in between to make it worth it. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I'd love to come back out, dude. So, man, you get that to happen, and I'm on a flight, dude. So
we're working on it, David.
Yeah, man.
All right,
and I'm proud of you guys, man. I like what you're doing, and keep at it, and I'll keep tuning in, man. I'm glad I found this thing. So.
Hell yeah! All right, Dave. Thanks so much.
Cool. Thanks, brother. Thanks for having me on. You guys take care, brother.
All right, we'll see.
All right,
you.
David.
Talk to you soon.
All right. Later, Nardcore.
Nardcore. Yeah, dude.
Dave Bush.
The man, Dave Bush. All right. Well, let's see.
All right.
Well, this is another fun episode. I enjoy doing this.
Yeah, that was good.
Me too.
Yeah, I think that we should continue to do this. What do you think?
I'll do it.
Yeah, you'll do it. You don't like it?
No, I fucking love it. It's sick.
Yeah. Did So this is the second time we've done this. Did you guys get feedback on the first one?
I think people liked it. It's just like it's just fun, and it's cool that there's literally like 3 generations of what's going on here to like represent and like all have an input on like these people we call.
Yeah.
And I've just been getting positive feedback from that. So
Yeah, at that Wednesday show, like a lot of people came up and talked to me.
yeah.
Like, dude, that was so funny, and you guys were, people really enjoyed that,
Cool. Yeah. So we should do it again, dude.
Yeah. All right. Okay, let's do it.
All right, Pac.
Soon.
Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. All right. Hey. Oh yeah. Thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Smash that Patreon though.